see, right, we're the most fucked up record company in the world because we don't really have time to organize, even put the amplifiers together. It's just manically busy, so we don't have no time to really.
Let's out selector.
Jungle is the only music which actually mixes every racial group in England.
Let's out selector.
And at the moment, jungle is pulling through, making a musical change, which is going to affect every other music on the planet, except for Mantovani and James Loss.
Let's out selector.
It's making kids, again, alienate themselves from their parents, because the kids love the music, and the parents hate it. Good old rock and roll story. Jungle is a hybrid of rave breakbeats, except that it's gone. The breakbeats are more flowing. It's like whereby rave was boom boom, was almost Germanic. Now you're getting jungle it's a style. It's like more African. It's more tribal. It's also the fact that the people who make the music are very sincere about the music. They're very, very sincere and close to the music because most of them make the music in their bedrooms.
Roll it.
King of the jungle.
Kings of jungle.
If you ain't playing jungle, you ain't playing nothing. And the people know that. All the big boys know that as well. That's why they're getting into it.
I think you go to any dance club, even the more commercial clubs like you have the Pelés and that, and during the night you'll at least hear 3 or 4 jungle tunes.
Watch it. Politics and politicians, they think them feed on jungle is village, put them this jungle nation. Politics and politicians, they think them feed on jungle is village, put them this jungle nation. Now it's king of the jungle, and we wear the crown. DJ get your shoe boy key, we don't mess around. You know we're passing through.
King of the jungle.
No respect to you. We get the trunk passing through.
My name's Dan Donnelly. I sort of own and run Suburban Bass Records and the affiliated labels like Breakdown, our compilation company.
How did it start for you?
It started really from being at school, being a young kid, collecting records. Just really getting into it from that direction, working in a record shop after leaving school, and then deciding that the way forward was to start my own shop. So the shop was the first part of the business that came about. The label really came about as a way of getting people into the shop by having like exclusives. We'd make our own records, keep them exclusive to our own store for a few weeks, and then distribute them through wholesalers or even ourselves out the back of the car around to the other shops. But we found it really took off really well, so we sort of formed a label identity, and Suburban Bass was born. A starting point for jungle, I mean, it depends how far back you want to go. I mean, you can trace music back to the beginnings of time, really. The real starting point was where breakbeats were introduced into techno and rave music. I'd say that was the real starting point. It started getting people like ourselves that were originally into like hip hop or ragga, or it started getting those types of people involved in the scene. and over the last couple of years, this is what it's emerged into. This is what it sort of like became. Definitely for me, it was where breaks were introduced, because I didn't really have any interest in like acid or those styles of music. The late 80s, it was the hip hop element that was introduced that kind of like made me sort of think, yeah, this is good.
And remember when we're coming rough then. Remember we ain't no other place play tunes like this. Fire!
I saw something in, I can't remember what magazine it was, but it said the definition of jungle is techno with crack and guns. They quite clearly don't understand at all.
As with fire!
It's probably the most original music on the planet today.
Any rhythm that we make, it have the function. Cause the two are we together, come to kick up session. Politics and politicians.
What to you is so attractive about jungle?
Well, for me, I used to be a hip hop boy, and I think it's the rawness.
How do you make such a track? Tell me.
It's kind of
Yeah.
different.
But the
Like,
pressure's on there.
you know what I mean? Sometimes it's just like a vocal sample that started, sometimes it's a break
Yeah.
that started. Depends on what sort of track it's going to be, what sort of track we're doing.
I mean, we'll basically get breaks from either CDs or vinyl. Let me just give you a quick little, the break beat. Just find something suitable. Yeah, what we do is usually sample them at 45 off a 33 speed album.
The art of making music.
If you have a sample and you find it and you're really glad you have it, you keep it to yourself like a secret code.
Oh, you
don't want everybody to sound the same as you, do you?
Right.
You see, when you find something different and it works well, you try and disguise it, you chop it up different ways. You don't just play it straight so that somebody else, recognize it. Sounds we also try and put into the sampler and change them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'll have like sounds on the keyboard, sample it from the keyboard, and put it in the sampler and start messing about with it, and then nobody will know where it's come from,
Yeah.
And we try not to leave, like on the track, we try not to leave the bass bare, where someone can sample that. Our bass sound nobody else has got, and nobody else will get.
With a roller coaster sound, sounds of the downtown alongside the junior. Inside the dollar, just the first all the crowd. Nice and easy. Whistler's massive there. As we're rolling to the 4 o'clock hour. No way back. Paradise Massive. Jump up, Paradise. As we're up on the rain. And the vibes is nice. Someone call it Mombasa Bass.
We're having a lovely sleeping day and DJ Blitz has just arrived in the shop with a film crew and they're taking pictures of me. I'm talking to the phone to DJ Blitz, who's the hippest DJ jungle guy in the southeast. And it's true actually, there's a small little team of Norwegian film crew who are discussing the South London's junglist hardcore movement, as it were. And I assume that Blitz is obviously someone that they've earmarked for attention.
My name's Sean Powell, aka DJ Blitz. 25. Doing this a while now. But some of you might not have heard me play before, so here goes. Are you getting up here? All right. Got to wait about 10 minutes, if you don't mind.
So what are we doing here, actually?
Going to the studio to blast the airways of London and the surrounding counties.
From a front room?
From a bedroom, actually. Very cramped bedroom.
One, two. Sounds of the DJ Blitz.
Big up to the film crew in the place. Peace and unity and love to the jungle crew. Oh God. Put it with the back on.
Sounds of the DJ Blitz on the ones and twos. They get you in the goddamn room.
Hold tight, Raj on the camera. Respect you. Hold tight to the film crew. Oh gosh.
Sounds of my bad boy DJ on the ones and twos, taking it from the T.O.P.
Old timer MC partner, the MC Grimmer in the place.
With the Pirate Station, you're trying to get known.
Yeah, I'm hoping to. But the times I play are a bit... It's so early in the morning that it's hard to tell how many people are going to be listening. But, you know, it's a start. I'm not complaining really, but hopefully from there, if I can get a earlier spot, like maybe a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon even, I'm sure things will happen from there.
Think you about these done now, say we receive Rick Sana. Hold tight, all the camera crew and all the film crew, respect you. Oh God.
Hey. Wicked. Sounds of my selector. This is the MC Gremlin, the DJ Blitz. Oh gosh. Big up the MC Marga Freaky. And not forgetting the DJ Decker. Oh gosh, not forgetting the crew.
Hey. We're going killing, we're going shutting. During the 70s, right, in Jamaica, you had like sound systems used to play dub plates. So the best sound systems, the DJs used to have the best dub plates, exclusive. So you'd have a Big Youth or a U-Roy dub plate, and nobody else in the country would have it. So when that sound system comes to town,